Hello, my name's Tom Carrico with Lord & Company. I would like to introduce you to a new product, the Lord & Company 2+2 LC300. We'll take it out of the box and show you the hardware. The first thing you'll notice is it's very small and compact. It's about 4.3 by 4 by 2.3 inches. It also has quad magnets on the back for make it easy installation on metallic enclosures. This product is one that brings alarms, detailed alarms, by text message or email to you immediately. So the old days of the auto dialer and some of the other past technology, this replaces that with a cellular transceiver. It has removable terminal blocks on the top and bottom. On the top is the digital inputs. On the bottom is four digital outputs and 2 analog inputs. Very rugged, dependable product. Works from 9 to 32 volts DC. Has a SMA antenna port. It comes with antenna cable, antenna, battery charger, and battery. Everything you need to get started. Now we'll take a look at the web portal. I'm happy to show you this product. I've been with the company for 20 years, and I am excited about this new product. Again, it's the 2+2 SCADA to the power of simple. The first thing to remember about the product is that it is a simple product. It has 14 digital inputs, 4 digital outputs, and 2 analog inputs. Each unit comes standard with a battery charger, and high gain antenna with 12 feet of cable. Again, it has a cellular modem, sends a detailed text message or email, or both. It can actually do both, and when an alarm occurs. It is a very simple, it's not complicated, easy to troubleshoot. If you're looking for something like that, if you're looking for the old KISS adage, keep it simple, Susan, then this product's for you. Some of the key features I want to go over is no software to purchase. So the web portal that comes with this product, and we'll dive into that a little bit into detail a little later. It's a small package. It's only 4 inches high by 4.3 inches wide, by 2.3 inches deep. DC powered, 9 to 32 volts. Again, it has a secure website portal with username and password. Trends, reports, statistics will show some of that power to you. So again, we're going to hop online with a system that we just put in, and we'll kind of go through the web portal. You see it has a username and password. We'll jump over first to the map, kind of show you the map. The map shows each RTU, each unit with a name below it. You can number each one however you want to number them. And also gives you a good visual indication of, green means everything's good. It would be red if it was an alarm at that location. You can click on any one of these to see the details, and it'll show the last time it was updated. You can zoom in, zoom out, reset this map. You can cut on, whether it's a satellite view, map view, whether you want traffic cut on, and the labels. So it has some features there. So we will kind of start, we'll go across the top of these tabs and kind of go into each one. Again, you have different groups can be set up. This is the names for these. These are 11 in this system. And you can name these however you want. One of the key features to the web portal is you have full access. So that means you don't have to have a third party involved to make these changes yourself. So again, we're empowering you to make these changes and set up however you need to set it up and when you want to set it up. So you don't have to call anyone, email anyone. You have everything I'm showing today, you have the ability to do. So on the overview screen, you'll notice that it shows the communication update. And none of these will ever be more than 15 minutes. Also, it is a report on exception. So that means when we get an alarm, it immediately comes through and you get the text message immediately, or the email immediately. So that's a key feature. So again, this shows each name. You can also click on them to get to the detail screen. So we'll look at overview. We'll go through a detail screen. The details screen again shows the server update and the RTU update along with the distributor information. It also shows signal strength, the power, ambient temperature. It also shows the digital inputs. You can see which ones were programmed on this project, as well as analog inputs if the analog input was used. You'll also notice that it does duty cycle, so you can see how long you had an alarm, and that could be very good information. Another thing it's also great at is run times for pumps. So it will collect run times, and we'll get into the reports and statistics later to show you that that's a key feature that it has also. Again, we went through the map. Again, the map you can zoom in, zoom out, but it'll automatically zoom out to cover all your locations. Each one of these is put in with your XY coordinate on the map. So it's a nice feature to be able to zoom in, even if you have somebody working there and trying to figure out exactly where is this site, where's this remote site. So it's a handy tool there. We'll go over to graphs. Again, on the left side, you'll notice they have a start date, so you can select the start date that you want to see the graph and the end date. They have different sizes on the graph, so if you want to go big, bigger. And on this one, again, it's showing ambient temperature, main power, and signal strength. So again, we're going to kind of go through here quickly. So we'll move over to history. And again, this is history on this specific site. It could be on another site. This would be the Country Club pump station. Again, we're showing the different alarms, when it went into alarm, when it went out of alarm. And again, it's selectable, on the start date and the end date. We'll go to the next screen is statistics. This is probably one of the most powerful features that I think it has, the fact that you can pick digital inputs. You can look at, again, whatever the start date and the finish date. If you want to go back a month, you can go back a month, and it shows the different events. These can be printed either in Microsoft Excel, a CSV, a text file, HTML, or XML, or you can just print it directly to your printer. Very nice feature to be able to save your data in these formats and all the events that happened. If we go over to report, it looks similar to statistics as far as you're able to export the data into Excel, CSV text, or HTML, or directly print it. Again, you can select here if you want analog inputs, totalizers, digital inputs, so you can make the different choices as far as duty cycle, time period, whether you want to look at specific alarms, if you want to look at just pump station power failure. Again, all that's yours. So this will kind of give you a view of the ambient temperature. You can see it's 80, 90, going up and down. Again, this can all be printed or saved. So it's a really nice feature. It goes up to, you can see, up to 1,000 points as far as printing it, or you can go up even higher and export the file and save the file. So let's go over to control. Again, the control is used for the outputs. We'll get over to the outputs, but the unit does have 4 outputs that you can control. manually. You can control them on off, whether it's maintained or momentary. So either way, you can set it to be on for 10 seconds, off. Um, Sometimes this feature is nice if you have a situation and you want to be able to cut on a pump while you go over for an alarm, so at least you could cut something on or off. Um, we go to the maintenance screen. There is a maintenance screen. Again, it's selectable for which uh, site that you're looking at, and it has a service log. So that's a really nice feature to have a service log. Um, so you can select which pump station. You can add an entry here, and whether it's maintenance that you've done at the site, whether it's notes from one of your maintenance guys about how much oil, lube, whatever is needed at that site, and how often it needs to be done. Again, you can see at the very bottom here, it was bench tested on this date by me. So that was the last entry that's in there. So again, it's a nice feature to have the log files. We'll go over to settings. Again, the settings are by the site, chose from the top. There's device settings, there's group settings, there's a notification list. We're looking at the notification list now. We'll go into device details. Here would be where you actually set the device name, what time zone, you set your latitude and longitude, and also what fleet icon number. So this would be for the site number 8. So that's the basic. We have site details. The site details, we actually put the address in, thinking that would help us in the future, possibly finding the site. You could also add more site details as far as equipment notes. So you could add, 480 volt site with 3 pumps, all 40 horsepower, whatever the pump manufacturer. You could add all these equipment notes in here for more details. So we got then we go to digital inputs. You can see this site they're only using 2 of the 14. They have one set up for pump station power fail and one for high level. Again, we can set these whether they're normally open, normally closed. You can set the mode. You can set the values and the labels from the alarm statuses. So when the text comes in, it would either say normal status or alarming. Again, you can set this to a 0 or a 1, either normal or alarm status. We'll go to analogs. Again, it has 2 analog inputs. This could be used for wet well level. Right now, we have ambient temperature, signal strength, and main power. These 3 are built into each unit. You have 2 other that can be hardwired to the unit. Again, the analog input scaling. So, you're allowed to set up the scaling, whatever range you want, whatever ambient temperature. We've got it set up, give them an alarm at 30 and 140. Again, if this was wet well level, you could set the alarm at 12-foot high level or 2-foot low level to give you an alarm. So that was how you'd use it on the analog. The analog also is 4 to 20 input, can also be 0 to 5 volts. So that is selectable. And it actually has a dip switch on the unit for that, making that selection. Again, that was a quick run through of the 2+2 web portal. Again, I will kind of go back and the key things is it is small. It's a magnetic mount, so it's easy installation. Has 5mm terminal blocks to be able to connect it up quickly. I'll show you the wiring diagram here. The wiring diagram is very, very simple, just like the product. So you have digital inputs across the top. Looking for a dry contact, they can be either programmed for normally open or normally closed. Again, they have has a battery charger, 4 digital outputs. that are shown here how it's wired, and analog input, either 4 to 20 or 0 to 5. Again, thank you for attending the short webinar. Please feel free to contact me if you're interested in more information about the 2+2 product, or if you want to place an order. I've got my information here on the screen. This is what I look like today. This was about a month ago. I took my first skydive, and that is terror. So that's definitely a face full of fear and terror. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed it.